everybody. I have a bit of a sore throat today, so I may go silent quite a bit, and I'm sure you're gonna all enjoy that. I took a nap earlier and woke up to no voice. So today's going to be very easy, and basically these are earring sets. There are 6 different designs, as you can see. Web and spider. Just a spider. I still haven't determined what that is. Oh, it's a jack-o'-lantern and a scary tree or something. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure about this one either, except it's got a skull in it right there. Hands from like a grave. And the proverbial black cat hunched up. Hand from the grave. And bats. So I chose 6 different colors. And I'm going to make each one of these sets the same color, of course. And so I'm probably going to go very silent right now and get all of this is going to be a UV resin one. So I can test out the new light I just got in the haul and see how effective it is. I also have a mirror to help do the curing underneath. So I'm probably going to go ahead and place this. Well, probably not. I don't know if I want to use the mirror or not. So then I had a little problem with trying to figure out which yellow I want to do. This yellow is more like a gold, but this yellow is really yellow. So I don't know. I think I want to go with the real yellow. So I'll set that other one aside. And then I got this one. It's like a pearl yellow. So it's kind of, I don't know, iffies. I know the black is going to go for the black cats. The orange for the pumpkin one. I think the spider might go, I'm not sure. I'm just going to wing it, okay? Alright, going silent so my voice comes back. I want to pause you first so that I could get the resin poured into each of these cups and mixed. Alright. I'm getting my voice back a little bit by not using it, so I'm only going to stress it a little bit. I chose black for the black cats. Orange, of course, for the pumpkin. Purple for this spider. Silvery white for this spider web. Green for this. I determined that's a witch with a skull cauldron. And then, of course, the hands from the grave. I chose a different color for that. It's the copper. The yellow just didn't seem proper to go into the hands crawling out of a graveyard. And I chose this bright green, almost a lime green, for the witch in the cauldron. Now, I don't know how far this resin is going to go, so I'm going to pour one of each and just make them pendants. I've got to try to coax this in here without overflowing as much as possible. If my hand's in the way, I'm really sorry. I may have to switch over to a pipette, but I'm not sure that a pipette is even going to be small enough for that. It might, so I'm going to try switching. It is starting to get in there. Try not to have any bubbles at the tips. Some I may be able to get both. It just depends on how full. Okay, it's spreading in there. So I'll pour just a little bit more and let that spread some more. I will go over all this with my long neck lighter to pop all the bubbles that I can find. Ooh, that dropped in there just perfectly. Try to put some in the nib here. We'll let that seep through. Before I cure, I'm going to let this stand 10 minutes. Okay, that should flood into there really well, I hope. As I'm right-handed, I will clear these up as I go. Apollo, go. Apollo, out. And just because I'm working so closely to that now. Aha, another hair. Yay. Let's see if we can get rid of that. Yeah, I might have done it. Yeah, there's a hair still. There we go. This resin is also a little gloopy. Yep, it's still that hair. Aha. It was hanging on for dear life. I, of course, do not want this video to run too long, so I'm just going to do the one side with you. Alright, I can see the hands still need a little bit more. Oops. Let's just go as far and fast as we can, right? Alright, that should fill it completely. So I'll move it out of the way. And try to coax that green around some more. We are in the middle of our first snowfall starting. Not sure how many inches we are supposed to get, but this is a typical. That hair is just amazing to me. I think I get it, and then I don't. Alright, I'll let that settle some more. Yeah, there's no way I could get 2 pendants out of these. I'd have to do it twice, or 2 earrings. Now this is going to be the more difficult because of its intricacies. And this is the only one I have thought about adding a secondary color to. And I think I shall. Ah, my take your pill alarm. Except it's not a pill, it's pills. I take a pill for high blood pressure. I take another pill for some high blood pressure, but it's more to control my heart rate. My heart rate as a norm kind of goes about a couple thousand miles an hour, so they're trying to keep it slower. Excuse me. This one's definitely going to get messy. One moment, let me get something to drink. I know a lot of people don't agree with having drink with them in their art room. But you see, I have no choice. Excuse me. With my allergies, my throat dries out very quickly. And therefore, I have some issues trying to keep moisture where it's supposed to be. There's a little black speck in there. I think it's glitter. Try to get this in there where it needs to go. Squish these little parts away. Alright, letting that one settle now. Okay, we know that the copper is done. The green can add just a little bit, and I do mean very little. Oh, isn't that nice? There's hair at the end of that too. The price of having pets. And pretty much why I don't sell any of my work. People will accept it as a gift. You know, the people that know me. Fill that spider in a little bit better. The white infiltrated its area a little bit. Its leg is growing. Alright, let's go ahead and fill in this spider. Oh, I did say I was going to do this off camera, didn't I? I hope you guys don't mind. I just don't want this video to go too long. The process, of course, is a little bit lengthy. Now I could probably have put some of this in a needle tip bottle. But I don't think that would have done as well either. I mean, it could have, but it may not have come out well enough of the bottle. And that may have meant sucking air in and out of it, which would have introduced more bubbles. And I am trying my best to make this as bubble-free as possible. And look at that, I have another hair. One after the other. And yes, by the way, UV resin is the only resin I'll touch like that. I am not allergic to this resin, I have found. However, that does not mean I cannot develop an allergy to it. Do I like the sticky? No. That was always the thing I couldn't stand when my husband worked at the sugar factory. Alright, we're going to fill this in now. Some more and let it spread. Seems to be spreading well enough. I will have a cleanup that I need to do, but let's stir the rest of this orange because it is looking quite mixed yet. I see a couple chunks still floating. Now the black, I don't know if I can get it to cure. I didn't put but just a little itty bitty drop in it of mica, but it is quite opaque. I, of course, will not keep you around for, oops, the curing process, because that's just sitting under a UV light. Oh yeah, I also take a water pill, is what it's actually known as in the old days. It's for helping me keep my veins opened and flowing. And to help remove excessive water. because I have feet that swell, and that came after, well, they used to swell off and on before, but in 2020 I had that blood clot that got diagnosed in June that year, and well, ever since then my left leg has been fighting to stay, I don't know if it's fighting to stay swollen all the time or not, but apparently there was enough damage to the veins in that leg that it warrants extra caution all the time. Okay, let's try this black. I don't think it's going to make it, so I'm just going to go ahead and pour it on the inside one. Allow it to spread. Let's see if I can get it poured into the bats here a little bit too. So that begins to spread there. Wow, this little tail. That may take something to get that in there. Now I will try to clean some of this up before the cure, as I do not want to have to work forever at trying to deburr them. What I am going to try to do with this is get at least the top to cure really well, and then try to cure the bottom some, and then I will go ahead and use Daniel Cooper's method of the water cure to try to cure it the rest of the way. If they don't cure all the way, that's, you know, one of those things. And I will do better, maybe a alcohol ink or something that's not as opaque. And yes, this is not the black I use for my resin paste. Thought there were some bubbles trapped in the fingers of that. Try to make sure there's nothing trapped in the bats. Okay, we're going to stop there and let that blow in. Going to check over these. I think the green can go a little bit more. And then we'll have to sit and let it rest as well. Excuse me. Now I got to get rid of that white, or that orange out of the white. Give me a moment while I get rid of that. Alright, now we just let that settle down in. And that should help push that purple back a little bit. See if I can get that speck out of there. Okay. What do you want, Mr. Baylor? Right, I believe that does it for the white. So I have some colors left over. I'm going to go ahead and pull the spider up a little bit better. I need to grab a wet wipe. Get it all off my fingers first, of course. There's a bubble right there. So I'm going to go ahead and take my lighter and try to get those popped. Very stubborn bubbles. Oh good, I was able to stretch that one out of there. Got that one. looks like the black cat can possibly use some more, but I won't fill it in anymore just yet because of its opacity. The pumpkin could probably use a little bit more. I'm not seeing a whole lot of cleanup that I'll have to do afterwards with trying to remove pieces that don't belong. So I think I am at the cure stage. So I'm going to actually, you're going to love this, I'm going to cure the pots first. They're cute. Well, you know, I've got a lot of leftover resin, so let's try this instead. Let's go a purple. Spread it out a little bit. Oh, but of course. Isn't that how it always goes? At least the purple didn't get into the green. Alright, so let's go with the witch's body here. Try to go with, ooh, let's see if we can beat it. The orange here. And now it's just going to bleed. Oh, look at that. The eyeballs are bleeding on the skull. Well, that should come out quite interesting. Especially since I can't drive a cup. The way this is starting to look, maybe I should have done this to them all. Oh, come on. Well, still got quite a bit here, so pumpkin. Yeah, no reason to waste anything, right? We just do Halloween a little differently. Okay. see. A little bit more for the pumpkin. Need to get this, whatever that is. Get the copper. Okay, that one's finished out as well. Maybe a little bit more of this orange, because I'm not seeing, there was a big bubble there. That'll force it out of there all the way. A little bit more for the pumpkin here. One strange looking stuff. And then I've got some white. What do I do with the white? Let's go zombie hands. And boy, I just barely missed that. And black here. Let's go ahead and get that black to start flowing around. It's like playtime, huh? Experiment. What's it gonna look like? Get that down around the nib. And I may have to start letting this just settle for like several minutes. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of this black into the cat here. Alright, that's gone. Going to go ahead with the rest of the white here. What you're hearing is my oven. My husband has made pizza. It's frozen pizza, but it's one of those nights when you don't feel like doing much of anything. So, cooking a whole huge meal, not the forte tonight. have to scrape the rest of that black up in the top up there, or let's see, maybe I got enough white to do that, and we'll just make it marbled looking. Okay, I think I'm good enough with all of this now. If this black cures, it may be the best one. A little bubble there. Alright, I'll try with the lighter one more time to remove the bubbles. And see what I can do here. Oops. Of course, those don't have any, so let's just go over them, right? Alright, I'm going to put you on pause while this settles and be back. I just wanted to show you that this is wide enough to encompass these molds here, which is wonderful. I'm in the process of curing right now. I'll be back as soon as they're finished. Alright everyone, you see the UV light on. All it's doing is curing that last pot the rest of the way, so it's easier to pick the resin out of it. These have been set to cure for many times over, just because of this black. It is cured to touch on top, so I'm hoping. So let's take a look at the ones that were intended first. They may be a little stickler to get out of there, so I'm going to use a stick or something to push them out. So we're going to go this way first. Wow. There we go. Let's pop this part through. Get that loosened up. Fully cured. And the witching cauldron. No sharp, really sharp edges. So no real cleanup to do. She got filled properly. Let's go with the hands. I feel they're going to be a stickler to get out too. Very well done. Came out easy enough. Oh, come on, focus. There we go. Pay attention. There we go. So, like those, move these pots out of the way. These are fully cured, so all I have to do is pull the resin out of those. Oh, and now the spider web. This is going to be a horror, I'm sure, trying to get it out. so many little pieces to it. But how apropos for Halloween to be a horror. Oh boy. And watch, it's going to be the nib that's going to be the worst. Nope. There we go. Oh, that came out wonderfully. The purple spread a little too far, but I'm okay with that. Let's see if we can get it in the light better. That's excellent. Okay. Let's go with this spider. Holy cow. This may be harder to do than the web. There we go. And the spider. Wow, that came out really well. Really well. I like that spider. Alright, the pumpkin. Now, it did not get as much resin as I thought it had. Sounds like my one dog is bullying the two older ones again. Alright, we have the pumpkin. I'm really not sure what that is. Maybe a tree or a pumpkin vine with another pumpkin. And it came out really well. And it does have a little sharpness because of how little had been in there. Now the one I was worried about the most, with the opacity of the black. It did have a bubble right here, I see. And it is fully cured. No sticky. And that's pretty awesome. See if I can get it a little closer. Really nice. And now the mix match ones. Well, heck, that came out pretty good too. See if I can get that one closer as well. Okay, nope, it's not a bubble. But it is high ridged here, so it'll have to be cleaned up a little. Let's go with this one too. Since it's a coat of many colors here. Alright, pitter patter, out you go. Get it up there, try to get it focused in. And she turned out pretty well too for being not... Oh, okay, it's a skull rising out of a cauldron with the witch. Okay, arm, hold still. So yes, it's a skull rising out of a cauldron. That makes more sense. And the last one. The one with the black and white. Oh, that is so cool. Get it up there a little bit better. That is so cool. I like that one. Alright everyone, yes, as you can tell, I'm getting my voice back, so I'm happy. I won't even mind the cleanup now. But, so now you know what that mold looks like when they're finished. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs up. To my subscribers, you guys are wonderful. I'm only 2 away now from the 250 mark. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. If you do, please hit the notification bell for notices of future videos. Comment. I like to hear comments. I like to read them. I like to interact with my viewers. And share if you think it's something that somebody you know would be interested in. Alright, you guys are awesome. Peace out.